Brought to you by stationhousecoffee.com and inspireddisorder.com/audible.
What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
Rona Dayz, episode 17 of the show, where I just kind of share life as it happens during the pandemic here in Southern California. Businesses still closing. I think they shut testing. I think no more testing is available in my area. I think they canceled all the appointments. They shut down a bunch of testing facilities. It seems like a way somebody, I think, just, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I mean, I just don't think they care anymore. Despite, I think all the ICU is full. Like the hospitals are starting to fill up now. I think we've had like exponentially higher testing rates than ever before, and they're shutting everything down. So now if somebody in the valley gets sick, you're just going to have to assume the worst. And from what I've heard, there was a podcast, Culturally Relevant, with David Shen. He interviewed this woman who had caught COVID and suffering from the many effects of it. There's a lot of effects. She was mentioning like a lot of like cognitive effects, like a lot of memory loss problems, just a lot of neurological problems she was having. So it's not just getting a flu. It causes a lot of extra damage when it and it's changing. It's the virus is, it's lived long now. Like, thanks to the United States, we've kept the virus alive and kicking, and now it's evolving and doing worse things. So I don't know what's going to happen, but it seems like businesses are starting to shut back down. It doesn't seem like the government's going to do anything financially. I mean, aside from that one stimulus check, unless you're lucky enough to be on unemployment, I don't know what the fuck people are supposed to do. Because that $1,200, like 4 months ago, there's no way people have any of that money left. I mean, even paying rent. So we'll see what's happening. Businesses shutting down, testing's shutting down. I was able to get some paintings done, even though I'm kind of trying to give myself a different routine for my week now that. I mean, before time, I was driving 4 days a week, and then producing this show on Sundays primarily. Now I do a lot of prep work the day before I record, which just makes recording day way easier. So now I take 2 days to produce this show. Still doing the paintings. I just updated the website with new paint, or I'm going to update the website tomorrow with new paintings, and I've ordered a shitload of paper and bags to do a bunch more paintings. So I'm looking forward to doing a lot of that. But just overall trying to understand how I'm going to structure my days and my week so that I can be productive in doing the things I want to do. Because I haven't done any Photoshops for a while. Now, granted, a lot of the podcasts I was doing Photoshops for, they stopped doing podcasts. So, I'd like to find some kind of way to do a regular Photoshop project, and just doing more in general. Trying to climb myself out of the depression. It started out as anxiety, then it crashed down to depression, and I think I'm slowly coming out of the depression. I feel like I have more focus and more energy. So and also I need to lose weight, because during my anxiety period, I wasn't eating, so I was for sure losing weight. Like all of my clothes were falling off of me. And then I hit the depression part, and I like to eat just junk food. I mean, I'm an eater. It's one of the things I deal with my depression, clearly. So you can kind of tell where I'm at on my mental state. If I'm starting to lose a lot of weight and you don't see me necessarily eating a cleaner diet, it's not like I'm doing keto or anything like that. It's probably because I'm dealing with a lot of anxiety. If you see me start to put on a lot of weight, probably because I'm very depressed. And in the times where I feel good, you'll see me probably look better. My complexion will probably be better. But I feel everything will start to feel better once I start to eat better. And I'm starting to definitely, when I go grocery shopping, because if I don't buy junk, then I won't eat junk because I'm not going out to eat still. Although I would like to go, I really want to eat sushi. Really want to eat sushi. I really want to eat some really good Mexican food. Like there's stuff that I want to go out and eat, but for the most part, it's kind of just reworking my shopping list and making sure I'm buying healthier foods, and then probably drinking less would help me as well. But I feel like you got to do what you got to do to survive. So it's kind of been a weird ride through this coronavirus thing. I'm feeling kind of the best I've felt today or this past week, I guess, than I have in months. So I guess that's good news. But it's just I don't know where the end in sight is for this thing. But yeah, and it seems like more and more people are not wearing the masks. I did have to go to Home Depot the other day, and I was pleased to see that I didn't run into anybody not wearing a mask, which was nice. It was nice. Social distancing may be a different story, but at least everybody was wearing a mask. So that's good. That's good to see. But yeah, not a whole lot new going on, let's say, in the Rona days. But it is what it is, I suppose. Just trying to find a new routine is tough. And it's not like I'd love to, take a day and just go out and like hike or walk around. But it's also really hot right now. It's supposed to be 120, I think, today maybe. I think today is supposed to be the day where we get over 120. But it's been around 110, 115, and like a humid heat. Like you go outside and you're in like a sauna. So it's just staying inside most of the time, which makes it a lot easier. Considering this time last year I was driving Uber and Lyft, I'd be parked. It's a lot slower this time of year too, so I'd be parked in a lot of parking lots in shade. There's a few spots throughout the valley that I not a few, a bunch of spots where I would know where a parking lot is, where some shade would be, and I would just be sweating my ass off inside my car waiting for a ride request to show up. So I'm very thankful that is not my reality this summer. I never would have expected this to be. I mean, it's kind of weird. Like the coronavirus forced me to live a lifestyle that I wanted, just work from home, and something that I've been building towards being able to do. And now I'm kind of forced to do it, and it's tough because the economy is crashing. And I've seen people from other countries, because they don't like Trump, and because our country, America's just kind of a shitbag right now. I'm seeing people from other countries not want to spend money on U.S. businesses because, I mean, it's the same reason people don't buy stuff from, same reason people don't, shop at Walmart, because they're voting with their dollar. They don't want their money to go to a corporation, or like Amazon even. They don't want their money to go to a corporation that doesn't take care of their employees and that doesn't pay taxes and all this kind of stuff. So I understand the sentiment that these other people from other countries not wanting to buy American products. But that doesn't help the people that are getting fucked over by this government. And that was specifically in reference to Zippo lighters, because I have a popular video on my YouTube page, how-to video, beginner's guide to Zippo lighters, and one of the comments is how I saw that. But which makes sense, but it's not hopeful. It's not a hopeful direction. That the rest of the world is on our page in a lot of ways, which is good. But we just have one of the worst leaders in the entire world, in the entire history of modern civilization, just kind of really doing everything to make it worse. Like they just recently pulled out of the World Health Organization. Did they pull out of the UN too? It seems like every day the United States is removing itself from all these global organizations, and I don't know if that's setting up for something big, which I would hopefully not do. Hopefully, he doesn't pull like a Putin thing and just reelects himself for another 8 years or whatever, changes the term limits. I don't know. He just pardoned a guy that Roger Stone that was convicted of a bunch of felonies and just let him go. So he's fine now. We're living in a crazy world, and hopefully, come November, there's a new leader in the House. Whether it's Kanye West or Joe Biden, I mean, the whole Kanye thing, I think he's just off his meds and needs some mental help. But I'm hoping Biden wins it, even though he's the kind of the worst alternative other than another 4 years of Trump. What are you going to do? Stay safe, wear your masks, and just try and spread positivity if you can. I don't know if you can, but try and do it. Try and be positive online as much as possible. And arrest Breonna Taylor's murderers. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Station House Coffee, on Instagram at stationhousecoffee.com for premium coffee, single origin, small batch coffee, brewed in Vermont, shipped directly to you. Go support small business and order yourself some amazing premium coffee now over at stationhousecoffee.com, and follow Station House Coffee on Instagram. Also, get 2 free audiobooks with Audible when you sign up through my link, inspireddisorder.com/audible. Audible is the #1 purveyor of audiobooks. They have original content and all kinds of different stuff as well for your ear holes. So if you want 2 free audiobooks, go through my link, inspireddisorder.com/audible. I would recommend getting The War of Art is an amazing book, and anything by Tim Ferriss is also a great read. Or Bert Kreischer's book, Life of the Party. That one's good. He reads that one. So get both of those books for free if you want over at inspireddisorder.com/audible. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Go binge the full week ad-free over at patreon.com/inspireddisorder. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at inspireddisorder.com. Follow the show on Instagram at Ray Taylor Show. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Peace out!